Sandali po, yes or no lang. Ikaw, Major Laraga,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
huwag ka magsinungaling. Have you checked the warden that indeed your deponent has visited the jail to confirm that indeed there's a gun?
Personally, me not, no, Mr. Chair.
Sorry?
Me personally, I did not, Mr. Chair.
Oh, you did that?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But during the previous hearing, we invite the deponent, no? And now Major Laraga is here. Major, sino nga yung deponent nyo?
Mr. Paul Olendan, Mr. Chair.
Ito, is he here? Case to ni, ano, ni Mayor Espinosa.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Magkaiba pa yung sa case ni Alvarez.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, in the case of Mayor Espinosa, sinong deponent?
Mr. Paul Olendan, Mr. Chair.
Anong background niya? Why was chosen as a deponent?
He was a previous PDL, Mr. Chair.
Previous PDL.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga sabi kanina na Pulcom na yung comment yung ni Justice, well, in fact, walang direct knowledge yung deponent mo. Kasi dating nakakulong pero nasa labas. Paano siya, kasi supposedly the deponent has direct knowledge, di ba?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
So, why him? Na hindi naman siya nakakulong.
Mr. Chair, based on the
Hearsay.
testimony of the
Testimony?
deponent, Mr. Chair,
Testimony of whom?
of the deponent, Mr. Chair, which was
Ang
subjected
tanong ko nga
to...
sa iyo, kasi ikaw yung nag-apply, di ba, ng search warrant?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ikaw nag-handle.
Yes,
Now, anong testimony niya? Nakita niya na may baril doon? Sa loob?
yes, Mr. Chair.
Paano niya nakita?
He was, according to him, Mr. Chair, he was able to go inside when he was, if I'm not mistaken, invited, Mr. Chair.
Have you checked the warden that indeed your deponent has visited that jail? Sandali po, yes or no lang. Ikaw, Major Laraga,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
huwag ka magsinungaling. Have you checked the warden that indeed your deponent has visited the jail to confirm that indeed there's a gun?
Personally, me not, no, Mr. Chair.
Sorry?
Me personally, I did not, Mr. Chair.
Oh, you did that.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But you applied for the search warrant without checking that indeed yung testimony ng deponent mo na nakapasok siya doon.
I believe, Mr. Chair, I don't have any recourse as to validate.
Ayun ang
In
problema
fact,
mo.
he gets
Then why?
university.
Then why? You apply for search warrant.
Actually, Mr. Chair, that
And then,
illegal trade inside the...
you mentioned about the testimony of your deponent, di ba? Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, tinatanong kita, paano mo na-verify that indeed the testimony is true and correct?
Mr. Chair, I was made to believe that... his
You were made to
testimony-
believe,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
but you have to check. Now, question. Sabi mo kanina, nakita niya, nakapasok siya doon nung nagbisita siya. Tama?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Now, doon sa, ano po, kay Warden. And then the PDL, former PDL that was mentioned by Major Laraga, nakabisita po ba siya doon kay Mayor Espinosa?
Mr. Chair,
Major Laraga, pakiulit nga po yung pangalan ng former PDL.
Mr. Paul Olendan, Mr. Chair.
Do you know Paul Olendarin?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Hindi mo kilala?
Hindi po kilala, Your Honor.
Oh, Major Laraga, hindi niya kilala. Former inmate saan yun? Siya. Hindi, ikaw. Major. Dapat alam mo yung background ng deponent mo, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Saan siya dati nakakulong?
I believe in Aboyog Penal Colony, Mr. Chair.
The same? No.
No, I think...
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yes.
We do not have any PDL by the name of Bulimdan. And records upon verification of our records, he never visited the Baybay Sub-Provincial Jail Facility.
Oh, Major Laraga, hindi siya former detainee o inmate ng provincial jail. Sabi mo nga sa Abuyog. Tapos, hindi rin nag-visit doon. Major Laraga, huwag kang
Mr.
magsinungaling.
Chair, I cannot answer for any behalf of my deponent and that as to regard of
No,
record.
sandali po. Hindi ko po sinasabi sa iyo that you have to answer. Ikaw po nagsabi na sinabi ng deponent mo na bumisita sa doon.
That is correct, Mr.
And
Chair.
now, the jail warden confirms na walang nangyaring visit.
I cannot attest to the
Yun nga,
statement of the jail.
Yun
warden.
nga, sabi ko sa iyo kanina, tinanungan kita, have you checked?
Personally, not, Mr. Chair.
Personally,
Me personally.
bakit sino pa ba dapat mag-check?
I believe we have a surveillance personnel who took.
Ikaw ba naman,
Mr.
Major
Chair.
Laraga? Ikaw yung nag-apply, principal nag-apply ng mga search warrant, tapos sabihin mo na, di ba sinabi mo kanina nagbisita siya?
Based on his testimony, Mr. Chair.
O, kaya nga sinasabi ko sa iyo, based on this testimony. Now, kino-confirm ngayon na walang nangyaring visit yung deponent mo. O, sino kayo may problema?
Mr. Chair, we have been filed. I was also responded or accused of the
Sandali po,
criminal case
I am not
for-
asking you about your case. Well, in fact, demotion nga lang eh, di ba? You were just demoted.
the criminal case for malicious application of
And now you're invoking sub judice in
No,
this
no,
committee?
Mr. Chair, that was also the there was a case filed against me, Mr. Chair, and then
So,
the search warrant, actually, Mr. Chair, it was the honorable judge, through searching questions and answers, who made the probable cause and issued the same, which until now, Mr. Chair, was, as ruled by the Supreme Court, was valid and the application was proper. I believe, Mr. Chair. I submit to the Supreme Court's ruling, Mr. Chair. If
valid.
that's my humble submission, Mr. Chair.
Na valid yung application ng search warrant?
Yes, Mr. Chair. It was in the ruling of the Supreme Court, Mr. Chair. I humbly submit.
May I know?
Sandali.
May I know anong ruling yan?
Mr. Chair, it was a consolidated case of all of the
Are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer?
I'm not, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Can you give me do you have a copy with you of the ruling?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have.
Pahingi nga kami. Paige, can you please get a copy and submit this copy to the chair? Please proceed, Congressman Paduano.
Sino po yung nag-file ng case against
It was the NBI, Mr. Chair.
the NBI?
Yeah, perjury and malicious application of search warrant, Mr. Chair.
So, the Supreme Court decided in
No,
favor?
sir, at the Municipal Trial Court of Pasay Samar, Mr. Chair.
So, nag-appeal ba yung NBI? Did they appeal?
I think they did not, Mr. Chair.
They didn't.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, ito yung problema. NBI, are you familiar with the case?
Good evening, Mr. Chair. We are familiar with the case, however, if the questions will be about the case itself, we would like to have a moment with the records and we will submit the records of the case on the next hearing, Your Honor.
Ano na po, update kami dito, no? Kasi, while you're telling this committee na yung MTC rules favorable to your case, tama?
That is correct, Mr. Chair. It was dismissed, Mr. Chair.
Pero alam mo na rin ngayon na there is a Supreme Court ruling also na
It was issued just...
na bawal mag-issue ng search warrant on government facilities.
Actually, Mr. Chair, it was fully discussed in the ruling, Mr. Chair, that it is allowed to apply a search warrant for a criminal investigation.
Sa MTC yan.
No, Mr. Chair, from the Supreme Court in back, Mr. Chair. The one that I give the ruling, Mr. Chair. It was fully discussed in there, Mr. Chair. That's why I said I have to submit to the ruling of the Supreme Court with that regard, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, papacheck namin ha. Papacheck namin kasi magkaiba tayo ng appreciation dyan sa ruling ng Supreme Court. Yes.
Mr. Chair, I think Major Gargar, the question of
Laraga.
Chairman Paduano was whether or not you knew for a fact that there was no that the deponent that you brought before the court was not a detainee. Did you have prior knowledge of the fact that he was not a detainee?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So alam mong hindi siya detainee.
At that moment, Mr. Chair, he was already outside. Yeah, previously, Mr. Chair.
But you just heard the warden say that they have no records of him being a detainee.
It was from a different facility, Mr. Chair.
But you just said that it was the Abayug. What was that?
Abuyog.
Abuyog.
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Chair. We are from the Baybay jail.
Baybay sub-provincial facility kami.
Okay, so where was Mayor Espinosa detained?
Baybay sub-provincial jail facility.
Bye, and you were at what was your place? Abuyog. Well, are you at Bye?
Baybay.
Kayo?
Yes.
And Major Gargar was saying that the deponent that they brought was also a detainee at Bye. Tama
No.
ba? He was a detainee at a different place. So
Yes.
if he was detained at a different place, how could he say, or how could he testify that Mayor Espinosa had these illegal things in his cell?
Mr. Chair, if I may be able to...
If they were detained at
Discuss.
different institutions.
Mr. Chair, if I may be able to discuss.
Go ahead, sir, please.
Mr. Chair, the